Being that June is Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Pride Month, we thought it would be fitting to take a look at some NBA and WNBA players who you may not have known were gay. Both leagues are some of the more progressive sports leagues in the world, and the LGBTQ community seems to be gaining more and more acceptance. But before we begin, let's take a trip down memory lane. In 2007, a groundbreaking revelation at that time that sent shockwaves around the NBA, former player John Amaechi became the first professional basketball player to openly identify himself as gay. The British-American Amaechi, who played at Penn State and spent 5 seasons in the NBA with the Orlando Magic, Utah Jazz, and Cleveland Cavaliers, came out in the biographical book entitled Man in the Middle. 3 years after his playing career ended in 2003, where he averaged 6.2 points and 2.6 rebounds, Amaechi became the 6th professional male athlete from one of the 4 major American sports, being the NBA, MLB, NFL, and NHL, to publicly discuss his homosexuality. Unfortunately, Amaechi faced backlash from the NBA, most notably former Miami Heat point guard Tim Hardaway. Hardaway, in a radio interview, made several homophobic remarks about Amaechi after he came out. Hardaway stated that he hated gay people, even stated that he is homophobic and that gay people do not have a place in the world or in the US. In 2014, Jason Collins would become the first openly gay athlete to play in a competitive game for a major US professional sports league. He played 13 seasons in the NBA, where he was best known for providing suffocating defense on opposing team centers. Collins' coming out was described as historic, monumental, landmark, etc. by sports journalists, starkly contrasting the locker room talk journalists were fixated on when Amaechi came out. Among notable supporters of Collins were the Obamas, the Clintons, and the Kennedys. The NBA's overwhelmingly positive response was led by superstars such as LeBron James, Magic Johnson, and Shaquille O'Neal. The positive support went beyond just the players, with coaches such as Doc Rivers, Mavericks owner Mark Cuban, and even NBA Commissioner David Stern commending Collins on coming out. In a world where physical prowess is crucial, both Amaechi and Collins brought society one step closer to a future where a player's sexual orientation actually won't matter. With that background, let's dive into basketball players you may not have known are gay. Derek Gordon. With his announcement on April 9, 2014, Derek Gordon became the first openly gay active Division I player. What he did coming out to the world took tremendous courage, Minutemen coach Derek Kellogg said in 2014. He has saved lives. The sophomore for the UMass Minutemen had been struggling the previous year before finally deciding to come out to his teammates. Before transferring to UMass, Gordon led Western Kentucky in scoring and rebounding as a freshman. Will Sheridan, former starter for the Villanova Wildcats, came out on May 16, 2011 to ESPN. Sheridan played for Villanova from 2003 to 2007 and came out publicly after his college career, though he did come out to a teammate during his freshman year. Rick Welts. Although not a player, Rick Welts, who in 2011 became the first prominent U.S. sports executive to publicly identify as a gay man, tied the knot with longtime partner Todd Gage in January of last year. This is one of the last industries where the subject is off limits, said Welts, who was serving as president of the Phoenix Suns at the time. Nobody's comfortable in engaging in a conversation. Welts has helped lead the Golden State Warriors to 3 championship wins and 5 NBA Finals appearances. And with more than 40 years of NBA experience to his credit, Welts was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2018. Sue Bird. Throughout her decorated playing career, Sue Bird played 18 seasons in the WNBA, where she won a joint record 4 championships with the Seattle Storm, 4 Olympic gold medals, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2 NCAA championships with UConn, 2000 and 2002, and 4 FIBA World Cups. In 2017, she publicly came out as gay. She has been with her partner Megan Rapinoe, professional soccer player who captains OL Reign of the National Women's Soccer League, as well as the United States national team since 2016. Bird and Rapinoe became the first openly gay couple to appear on the cover of ESPN's Body Issue in 2018 and have become known as the Seattle Sports Power Couple. Elena Delle Donne. Moving along, in the summer of 2016, reigning WNBA MVP Elena Delle Donne publicly revealed to partner Amanda Clifton. Delle Donne was the 3rd member of the U.S. Olympic women's basketball team to announce her same-sex marriage at the time. The 6'5" Washington Mystics forward swapped her number 11 red and blue jersey for a white lace wedding dress the following year, and found herself overcome with emotion. She vowed to spend her life with Amanda. "I can't really imagine life without her," said Elena, who was introduced to Amanda in June of 2013 through her best friend and then personal assistant, Megan McLean. during her rookie season with the Chicago Sky. We sure hope things work out well for the happy couple. Sheryl Swoopes. When the WNBA commenced in 1997, life was very different than it is today for the LGBTQ community. Conversations about sexual identity were much more engulfed by the HIV/AIDS crisis, which was at its peak. Marriage equality was not recognized anywhere in the US, while same-sex sexual activity was criminalized in 22 states. The league was nearly a decade away from one of its biggest stars, Sheryl Swoopes, from coming out publicly. Swoopes, the former three-time most valuable player, was one of the original marquee players in the Women's National Basketball Association and the first woman to have a Nike shoe named for her. She is the first high-profile African-American basketball player to come out as gay. And around the same time, two other WNBA players said they were gay and came out. Michelle Van Gorp, who came out in 2004 when she played with the Minnesota Lynx, and Sue Wicks, who did so when she was a player for the New York Liberty. Stephanie Dolson. Already out to her family and teammate, Stephanie Dolson, the All-American center for UConn, revealed in a May 2016 issue of ESPN the magazine that she is an LGBT athlete. The 29-year-old Chicago Sky center stated her reason for coming out was that she never considered the possibility of being gay until after her first WNBA season, when a woman approached her in a coffee shop in Washington, D.C. She once posted a picture of her with a woman kissing her cheek and the caption, "Love doesn't happen often, but when it does, there's no better feeling." Brittany Griner. In 2013, 6'8", three-time All-American superstar Brittany Griner acknowledged in interviews that she was gay all the while being the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. Don't worry about what other people are going to say, because they're always going to say something. But if you're just true to yourself, let that shine through. Don't hide who you really are, she once said. Griner finished her 4-year Baylor career as the second all-time scorer in women's NCAA history, with 3,283 points. She is the top shot blocker ever, shattering both the men's and women's college marks with 748. She also had a record 18 dunks. Griner and fellow WNBA star Glory Johnson married in 2015 and have had an entertaining and largely public relationship, including their active presence on Twitter and Instagram, and an appearance on the TLC show Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta. Sadly, this also includes arrests on domestic violence charges after a fight in their home just west of Phoenix. Shamiqua Holdsclaw. Shamiqua Holdsclaw led the Tennessee Volunteers to 3 consecutive women's basketball titles, culminating in the Volunteers' 39-0 mark in 1998. Her stellar collegiate career led her to become the #1 pick in the 1999 draft by the Washington Mystics. Holdsclaw was named Rookie of the Year and then helped Team USA to the gold medal the next year. In 2018, the 40-year-old tied the knot with partner Kara Wright. The couple met at a basketball camp in Africa and had their first date in April of 2015. It's good to see she is in a good place these days, as Shamiqua has dealt with her fair share of personal turmoil. Back in 2012, she was facing a slew of charges for vandalizing and firing a gun at the car of an ex-girlfriend. She has also talked openly about her mental health issues, particularly struggles with depression. Breanna Stewart. Former UConn All-American and current WNBA star Breanna Stewart announced her engagement to longtime girlfriend Marta Zargai only a month ago. Stewart enters her 5th WNBA season, looking to add to her personal trophy case. Last season, Stewart led the Seattle Storm to a WNBA Finals win over the Las Vegas Aces and was named WNBA Finals MVP. Sports Illustrated also named her one of the Sportspersons of the Year. Zargai has previously played for the Phoenix Mercury and is currently on the team Uni Girona CB. The 30-year-old also had a silver medal under her belt from a Spanish win in the Rio 2016 Olympics. Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi's career accomplishments include 3 NCAA championships at the University of Connecticut, 4 Olympic gold medals, and 3 WNBA championships. Along the way, she's racked up a bevy of individual records. At the age of 36, the 6-foot guard continues to cement her legacy in the sport with the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury, where she has spent her entire career after being taken with the first pick in the 2004 WNBA draft. Off the court, she has also made headlines. In May of 2017, she married her former teammate Penny Taylor. Taurasi told the Arizona Republic, "It was just an amazing day, one of the happiest days we've ever had." Diana Taurasi is one of, if not the, greatest women's basketball players of all time. Countless little girls around the country wear her jersey and cheer her on. She is their hero, and she is out and proud and happy. So there you have a list of basketball players you might not have known were gay. Their choices to come out means that it will become less and less of an issue for everyone else who chooses to do the same after them. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos.